Hello, guys. So, my name is Haley, and I will just get right into it. I chose Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird as my film and screenplay today. For those that haven't seen it, it's about a young girl. She's pretty eclectic, going through her last few years of Catholic school in Sacramento, California. She hates the city, she hates the state, she's over it. Her family's a lower middle class. So she resents having grown up on the wrong side of the tracks. She says this in the film, and it plays a significant role later on in the film between her and her mother. And although having a good relationship with her father, her and her mother have a quite toxic relationship. Overall, the film is about how relationships in this very pivotal time in our lives shape us, our home, our family, school, friends, first boyfriends, how these things shape females specifically in this very often unpleasant time in our lives. So I thought the story was really well done because it's so relatable, which is like my absolute favorite thing about it. Lady Bird's relationship with her mother and the boys that she dates have moments of very stark humor, but also these moments contain a lot of sadness. They're super raw, and I think that is something that a lot of women, young women, can cling on to because that's something that we've all gone through. One moment that specifically comes to mind is when her and her best friend Julie are crying in the car to Dave Matthews' Crash Into Me because Lady Bird had just seen her boyfriend Danny kissing another boy, so they're laying in this convertible together, blaring Crash Into Me, crying. It's pretty humorous, but every girl thinks of that moment that happened to them. Maybe not the same exact thing, but something very similar that kind of sparked that emotion. Another element that kept this movie pretty successful throughout was its constant conflict. From the very first scene where Lady Bird and her mother are fighting about making the bed in the motel or what music to play in the car on their drive back to Sacramento, to the very end of the movie where Lady Bird wakes up in the hospital in New York City only to find herself sad, missing her family, lost, and all in this life that she so badly wanted throughout the entire film. So one thing I noticed about the screenplay was how short and direct the dialogue was. When reading it, it feels almost a bit, not dry, because I think that would be a negative connotation to give it, but it's so brief and to the point, which I think goes back to the relatability of the film. It feels almost like a transcript of Greta Gerwig's life, and she was able to make these characters feel like someone that we all know. Not glamorous, very evenly paced, and really so simple. When watching the film and seeing how these very quick conversations and very short lines come to life, the most notable effect is that every moment feels intentional to me. And that there isn't a lot of filler, so we're not sitting in a scene for too long. I'm never over it, I guess is a good way to put it. It keeps your interest. It's very direct. Another note I was thinking about with this screenplay is it's almost like Greta Gerwig's notebook. She jots down details where she sees they feel fit, and I think this makes it feel really raw. And this is a lot like her other screenplays. I just recently watched 20th Century Women, and I was looking at the screenplay for that, and it feels very similar. They read almost like books because they're so fluid and they're full of her thoughts, and I think that's really beautiful, and I really love reading her screenplays because of that. So overall, I picked this film because I absolutely loved it. I relate to it a lot, and I think that if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. It's on Netflix. I think Greta Gerwig has a talent in making mundane things seem very engaging and super honest. And I don't say beautiful or magical because she doesn't add sparkle and filler, and she gives you exactly what you need, I guess is a good way of putting it, which makes her my absolute favorite director and filmmaker. She's amazing. If anyone has questions or want to chat about this film or screenplay or Greta Gerwig in general, I would love that. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. Bye.